Wildcock's wild snake Cinderjack is a bounty hunter of House Orlok. The brewmaster of Hive Primus, he is known to be mad and a chronic drinker who tests every wild snake bottle to come out of the distilleries. Spending his days in a drunken stupor, he sobers up the best he can for a mission. He is an intimidating sight, wielding a modified chem thrower which spews caustic fermented wild snake. In recent times, he has led his own expeditions into the Underhive, looking for a rare bottle of Medina M39 wild snake, which is said to have been lost in the Great Quake. Hello, and welcome back to Woolywood Wargaming. My name is Damon, and this is the huge, gigantic, and awesome series where I give you bite-sized videos on every single Dramatis Personae and hired gun in the game of Necromunda. Before I get started with this one, though, please do like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you've used these guys in your games as well, and check out the Patreon as well if you'd like to support me further. Wilcox, Wild Snake, Cinderjack, and Orlok-specific bounty hunter here, and this one is one of the most unique and exciting and just all-round best bounty hunters and hired guns in the game, if you ask me. I think he's just fantastic. Of course, there is no miniature for this guy yet. Hopefully Forge will get around to doing it, because I'd really love to see a model for this guy. But yeah, Orlok specific, and just an absolute drunkard, which is pretty cool. Some really nice lore there. I do like it a lot. And yeah, some unique stuff going on to make this guy really very different to anything else that I've covered so far in this series. 190 credits, which normally looks like a lot, but I think in this case is just excellent. 190 credits is most definitely worth it, mainly for the weapon that this guy's got. But let's look at the stats first, though, because they're quite funny. His movement is not your typical movement. He has a D6 plus 1 movement value there, so a minimum movement of 2. A maximum movement of 7, so pretty changeable, but I really like that about him. Basically, this guy is permanently drunk. He's got a weapon skill of 4 and a ballistic skill of 4. The ballistic skill, not so much a problem because he does have a template weapon. Weapon skill 4 is pretty average, of course. We have a strength and toughness of 3, again very average. 2 wounds though, which is nice to have. Initiative of a 4 up and 2 attacks. Mental stats though, we've got leadership 7, cool 6, willpower 8 and intelligence 8, so not particularly smart, but he's got a decent cool there. And skills-wise, he comes with Unstoppable, which I think really fits into his drunk nature there as well, making him a little bit harder to kill. He can regain flesh wounds and recover a bit easily as well, a bit more easily. In terms of the weapons that he comes with, though, he comes with a Mono Blade, which is +1 to hit in close range and -2 AP, so basically like a sword without parry. It's only damage 1 though. And the Indomitable Snake Thrower, which is just, I think, one of the most fun and unique weapons in the game. This is a template, much like a Flamer with a 4-up ammo. However, it has Toxin and Blaze. So pretty much a Chem Thrower. Not a Chem Thrower, is it? It's more like the one that the Nomads have, the Toxin Thrower that they get, which is very expensive, by the way. This one has Blaze and Toxin, so you can kill a multi-wound target with this. Of course, you don't have a Chem Synth to use with it, but you could do that later on down the track if you use this guy as an outcast leader, maybe, but we'll talk about that in a second. But Blaze as well, really nasty. It doesn't have a strength characteristic because it's a toxin weapon, but you know, toxin's pretty nasty. If it hurts, it certainly hurts. And Blaze, so you're setting people on fire as well, and it's auto hitting as well. Very good weapon. We've got mesh armor and low sticks as well, which I just think is the icing on the cake there. The idea of this guy running around with a heavily flammable weapon whilst smoking and under the influence of lots and lots of alcohol is kind of hilarious. Special rules here, we got heavy drinker, so he ignores intoxicated and insane conditions, which is really cool. Insanity is one of those things that it can really make or break a game, and this guy being immune to insanity is fantastic. We've also got immune to intoxicated as well. And then we have potent fumes, which is another excellent special rule. All fighters activating within 3 inches gain the intoxicated condition. So if someone charges you and doesn't finish you off and has to fight you, then they suffer from the intoxicated condition, which is your movement changes to D6. And it's -1 to hit in with non-melee weapons as well, so -1 to hit for shooting weapons. It's just a cool thing to have as well. Absolutely bags of character and fluff and fun on this guy. I'm really interested to know if you've used it. I haven't actually used him in a game yet, I have to admit, because I haven't kit bashed a model up that's been good enough yet, but I'd certainly like to. And I've also toyed with the idea of using this guy as the leader of an outcast gang of drunks, perhaps, just a bunch of guys that stumble out the pub and want to go on a little adventure or a mission in a campaign, I think would be really cool. And of course, yeah, you could give this guy like a Kemp synth down the track to make that toxin even worse, and a number of other things that you can give him. Some other skills, perhaps like run and gun. You could do that with him as well. Hip shooting, maybe, if you wanted to give him that archetype to make him even more scary. But yeah, really, really fun one there, and I'd be interested to know what the feedback is on this guy, because I just think he's super, super awesome, and definitely one of my favourites in the game so far. It's a bit of a shame that he's Orlock only, but like I said, you could use him in the Outcast gang there as well for an option. But that's that on Wilcox Wildsnake Cinderjack, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.